Nicholas J. Fuentes has called for the incarceration of Hasan Piker. Let's fucking talk about it. If Trump wants to win us back, putting Hasan Piker in prison forever would be a good start. Top comment. Hasan in jail, give me Kaya. Love that streamer, Tectone. I would check out his channel immediately if you haven't already. Nick Fuentes torched human roach Hasan Piker. Let's talk about it.
I look at a guy like Hasan. You cannot, how dare you try to get on moral high ground? You are a roach. You are an animal abuser. You are an idiot. And you are human garbage. You.
Yes! God, bro. Can you imagine every single Asmongold stream could be just like this if he would just get off Twitch as a platform? Holy man. Holy dude, I love when people just tell it how the it is. And I'm not going to say I say way worse shit, but that's okay. Nick Fuentes doesn't have the hatred for Hasan that I do. But, you know, for them having barely any interaction, I appreciate the vitriol.
And you're a hypocrite. You go in on your live stream, you cry about, I hate the left, I hate socialism, I hate live streaming, I hate my audience. You are nothing.
True.
You and your followers are nothing.
True.
And we will bury you.
Absolutely.
We will destroy you.
I can tell that Nick Fuentes is probably a lifelong WWE fan because the amount of times he goes on these little monologues sounds exactly like wrestlers did back in the Attitude Era.
Destroy you. You will live to see everything you have built destroyed by the far right.
Okay. Hasan didn't build anything, Nicholas J. Fuentes. He was given all of it by his millionaire family and his uncle. Okay? Hasan built nothing. He was given everything. And that's why he thinks he deserves even more. It's pathetic.
That needs to be the mindset. These people are scum.
Yep.
He says we're Zionist pigs. You are a communist dog. You are an animal.
Facts.
We will put you in jail. I can't wait. That needs to be the mindset. No tolerance for this stuff. No tolerance. Tolerance is over.
Yep.
Tucker sits down with his uncle. What are you doing? They are the enemy. It's ridiculous. If Hasan Piker had it his way, and by the way, this guy has no morality. He is not a visionary. He is not an idealist. He just wants to take your stuff.
Yep.
He is an envious, resentful person, a beneficiary of nepotism.
Yes, once again, what I was saying, he has earned nothing. And by the way, if you go after Hasan, he will label you permanently as a criminal because that's the only way he can deter his audience from actually hearing from the truth tellers like myself.
If he had it his way, it would be gangs of Somalis and Haitians putting you up against a wall and taking your stuff.
Well, they would also be transgender and, you know, heavily.
So that then they could go and buy Jordans with it. Then they could go and buy...
Yeah, I gotta support these black people's cause. Oh, man, George Floyd died. I gotta stand up for what's right by setting cities on fire and stealing boom boxes. Yeah, that'll show them it definitely wasn't just an excuse to commit crimes. It definitely wasn't an excuse for poor people to go steal. Yeah, I know. It's about my systemic racism. Yeah, for sure.
North face with it. So these people are trash. And I mean that rhetorically. When I say bury you, I don't mean in real life. I mean in Minecraft. I mean rhetorically and philosophically and politically.
Of course. In Minecraft, of course. Hasan Piker incites violence for years. Nothing happens. Tries to copy Nick Fuentes. Gets subpoenaed a year later. True. Nick Fuentes, or a week later. Nick Fuentes and Hasan Piker so buck-broken that he's retweeting low IQ anti-Semites. If Trump wants to win us back, putting Hasan Piker into prison forever would be a good start. Judge me by my enemies. God, he's so gay. President Trump can unite the entire country by having Hasan Piker arrested. It's his destiny. True. Asmongold agrees that Nick Fuentes and Hasan Piker needs to be imprisoned. Do we have the original clip? We do. Great.
What needs to come of this is...
I have Asmongold fatigue. Let's talk about it.
What needs to come of this is Hasan Piker needs to go to jail.
Yep.
We don't need a White House ballroom. Your ballroom.
Nope.
We need Hasan Piker in jail.
We need him locked the up.
This is why we need Hasan Piker in jail.
Although it would be funny watching him get deplatformed off Twitch and then him struggle to survive on any other platform and realize he's just not that compelling and watching as his career slips through his fingers. It would be hilarious.
And we need to run that up the flagpole. I want Stephen Miller to go to Kash Patel and say, put Hasan Piker in jail. Blame it on him. It's people like him that are at fault.
Yep.
It's people like him. It's people like him, one of the #1 live streamers in the country, that's saying, here's how to build a bomb.
Yep.
Here's how to build a bomb, and if you killed Rick Scott, everyone would have free health care.
I'm all for advocating for free speech, but this is not free speech. This is violent rhetoric that should not be allowed on the fucking internet. For content creators should have to operate within laws on what they can or cannot say. And I don't believe any streamer should be allowed to coordinate their communities en masse on how to bomb innocent civilians and kill senators of the United States. That should not be allowed to be said, because it only takes one person from the millions that they can reach to say, okay, and then you have pandemonium on your hands. Creators do not need to be able to call for the death of senators in the United States.
Guy needs to go to jail. Like, he needs to be denaturalized. He needs to be sent out of the country. This guy.
He also needs to be castrated. Wait, does castrate mean your dick cut off? No, what I mean is he needs to lose the ability to have children. This should be a punishment. Hasan should not be allowed to procreate, and we should start doing that to more criminals, to where if they commit too many crimes, we take away their ability to have kids. We need to sterilize Hasan Piker. We do. Although he's probably already sterile from all the finasteride he puts in his hair.
Like, that is something you can serve up to us, and then maybe these people will think twice.
Yep.
You take his citizenship, this anti-American piece of
Yep.
Take his citizenship, send him back to his beloved third world.
Turkey.
Send him back to Cuba. Send him to Venezuela. Send him packing. He loves Cuba so much. Send him there. Give him what he wants. Wish granted. And then maybe these other champagne socialists will be a little more careful.
Facts.
When they try to radicalize the next generation to kill politicians.
Yep, facts.
But that is what you need to do.
Denims, Frogan, Mike from PA, and Hasan have all encouraged Hasan, as well as participated in their own campaign of attempting to get governor officials assassinated. It is psychotic behavior by these people, and that's why they should not be trusted.
But nobody cares. Hate to tell you that, nobody cares all that much about any of it.
Yep.
Trump doesn't care. Vance doesn't care. Stephen Miller doesn't care. Libs of TikTok is a woman. She's an idiot. She's a woman. You think she's sitting there thinking about politics?
She's thinking about her nails and what purse she should wear to match her outfit.
She's thinking about how she looks when she pretends to think about politics. She's caught up in, I'm like a political influencer. Oh my God. These people don't care. They don't care. They're not thinking about it. They're not thinking about these things. And they're not even writing their own stuff. This is why we need a ballroom. Ballroom? Unless the ballroom is a concentration, unless the ballroom is a prison camp, we don't need a ballroom. We need a prison camp.
Yep.
We need a re-education ballroom, a re-education room. Unless the ballroom is super massive so we can support thousands and thousands of ideological prisoners that we could send in there by bus, then, we don't need that, actually. We need more detention centers, more prisons. We're going to need a place where we can put... And I'm kind of joking here. I'm kind of joking a little bit. Print that.
And you have to print it.
You have to print that or it's libel. I said I was joking.
Yep, it's a joke.
You have to print that. I'm kidding. That was a joke.
Yep.
Obviously.
Yep.
And you have to print that or else it's libel.
Yep. Tell him, Nick.
Now, obviously, I'm joking when I say that. And you have to say that I said that because I'm joking. However, the spirit of what I'm saying is,
he kills me.
which is that This is a real crisis. Whatever you want to say, there is a real crisis of left-wing violence.
True. Yep, there is. And we all know it. And it goes even deeper. Libers still think Hasan Piker, Nick Fuentes are equally bad. Lamau, I know. Hasan is way worse. I'd rather judge you by your words. Unhuman traitor. Enjoy Gitmo.
America deserved 9/11, dude. F- it. I'm saying it.
We're there to partner with.
Insane. Now I'll judge you by your words and actions, you inbred.
Kill them. Kill those and murder those in the street. Let the streets soak in their red capitalist bloods, dude.
Yeah, maybe a content creator shouldn't be able to say this. Shut your goyim ass up, ass. Yo, chat, you can finish it for me. I can't. At least not here on YouTube. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Nick Fuentes, love when he calls out this bastard. I like anybody who calls out Hasan. It's very nice. It's good to find common grounds. I'll see you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye. Nick Fuentes calls for the jailing of Hasan Piker.